This is Clay Schroff with the Aspen Project. I'm here with Brian Colòn, and we are posing one question, and that is, if you become mayor of Albuquerque, what will you do to make Albuquerque the best place to be a kid?
Well, Clay, I want to start out by saying thank you for your work with Project Aspen and the Zoe Project. Let me tell you, you are having an impact in our community, and you are representative of so many nonprofits that shine a light on issues that are critical for our children's future. You know, far too often we don't talk about the issues that you are passionate about, addressing the issue of sex trafficking in our community, and you serve a population that we often forget about. So I want to say thank you to start out with for the work that you're doing in our community. And I pledge to you, as mayor of the city of Albuquerque, I'll make sure that you have a voice, a seat at our table in our administration as we work hard to make this the best city in America for our children. So let me tell you, I think that's a great question about how we build a city where our children know that this is exactly where they want to raise their children. It starts with community. It starts with saying that we can do better. And the number one priority that we have to address as a community and as mayor on the 11th floor of City Hall, we have to push back on crime. Not just sex trafficking, but all crime in the city of Albuquerque. We've got a crime plan at colonformayor.com. It's several pages long. I hope folks will take a minute to look at it. But know that that's my number one priority. When I set out on this campaign 212 days ago, I was very deliberate and intentional about our campaign slogan, Safe City, Smart City. If we don't have a safe community, our children won't want to make this their home. Frankly, there are 2/3 of us that don't feel safe in our own homes, or we're not sure if we feel safe in our own homes. What a travesty. But I know we can do better. We can build the police department we need. We can do constitutional community policing so that our families feel safe. So the first thing you got to do to have our children love this city is to make it safe. Then we have to engage our children, engage them in the nonprofit sector, engage them in philanthropy, engage them in community. So for me as mayor of the city of Albuquerque, we're going to make sure we have lots of things for children to do. We're going to have our community centers continue to embrace those children in our community that need people who love them and engage them. We're also going to make sure that we have a great seat at the table for young people. Because I know for me, what made me passionate about community was being able to be involved. Being involved in things like the Mayor's Council, the Youth Advisory Council, and also giving them an opportunity to be by my side. We'll have an incredibly robust internship program. We have a Rise Up program right now. It's a public-private partnership between government and the private sector that helps young people get a hands-on opportunity to see themselves in the future with high-capacity employment in areas of their passion. We want to promote that. We want to take that to the next level. We have great education systems here in Albuquerque, but often we don't collaborate and we don't provide the connectivity necessary for our collective success. So one of the things I'm going to do is talk about education in this campaign. On January 25th of this last year, I said we're going to make a CEO for the city, a Chief Education Officer. So the way we make this a great place for children is to provide great education. We can't do that if we don't have connectivity. So that CEO's number one job, full-time, is going to be to make sure that we're leveraging everything we have, not just at the city of Albuquerque, but in collaboration with APS, C&M, the University of New Mexico, our flagship institution, and every other entity that touches our educational landscape here in our community. We can go from worst to first, we just got to believe it. And I know we can do that together. Now more than ever, people are willing to pull together and come together for two things. The first thing is to create a safe city. We are tired of it. Enough's enough. We're going to push back on crime in Albuquerque. We're ready to take that deep breath and move forward. We're exasperated, but tomorrow is going to be a better day. Secondly, they're ready to focus on education and our children. That's what I want to do. We're going to have things for our children to do here in town. My wife's a beautiful educator at Van Buren Middle School, Van Buren Middle School, just down the road in the International District. She's been there for 17 years in the deepest pocket of poverty in Albuquerque. Not because she has to be there, because by education, she's an engineer with a master's in math. But she goes into that International District every day to try to change the lives of those children. And I know that we can collaborate with educators like my wife to say we can do better. We can engage our students in community schools and make sure that they feel like this is the only place in America. Whether they go off to college, like my son did, it's the only place in America where they want to come home and raise their family. So my name is Brian Colòn. Check out our plans at colonformayor.com. I want to say thank you, Clay. Thank you for the work you do. It's got a deep impact. Here's to the continued success of Project Aspen and the Zoe Project. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian. Make sure you guys vote October
3rd.